I've been dealing with EDS a lot, and I have some updates for you, and I just kind of wanted to talk about my mobility aids. Hello, my beautiful bookish people. Welcome to my second channel. I have been in a reading slump in the middle of hosting my own readathon, which I haven't really been on social media for the last 2 or 3 weeks. So, yeah, maybe next year. Anyways, I've been dealing with EDS a lot, and I have some updates for you, and I just kind of wanted to talk about my mobility aids because they're helping me get my life back, and I'm still kind of angry that I have to use them, but I'm also very grateful for the mobility that I am gaining back by using things to help me. So, while I've been kind of frustrated and not really able to read for various concentration reasons, we're going to talk about this for now. As you can tell, I am currently wearing an elbow brace because I probably should have put this on earlier today when I was moving a bunch of cast iron pots and pans around the kitchen, and I subluxed my elbow, so we're going to protect that now by using this thing. You can adjust the angle of how much you can move your arm or lock it from that side or this side, and I usually lock it so that I can't open my arm too far. That way it becomes load-bearing here and here. That way I can pick stuff up, and instead of the weight going directly on my elbow, it gets distributed across my arm, which is very helpful. My first mobility aid was this cane. It's really fun. I think I picked it up at a Walgreens or something. It was a corner drugstore, and I didn't know it at the time when I got it because it didn't come with its original packaging, but the handle and the little nub down here glow in the dark, so I call this my Rave Cane. It folds up. I have a little hairband around it down here because I'm almost always looking for a way to put my hair up when I'm out, and it serves a dual purpose because it can fit in my bag. Because it can fit in my bag if I'm having a really good day, but if I all of a sudden feel a little bit dizzy and could use some extra support, it's there for me, and it hides discreetly when I don't need it. This was my second mobility aid purchase. Well, I don't know. Maybe if we wind back the clock a lot, technically my knee braces are my first ever purchase, but they weren't my purchase, they were my parents' purchase because I was diagnosed with knee problems when I was a kid, and then it happened to my other knee while I was in college, so then I had 2 knee braces instead of just the one. Anyways, this is my other cane, which, I mean, I like sparkly things, and it's pretty snazzy looking. It's adjustable so that if I want to wear heels, which I'm not really sure if I'll ever do again at this point because I've been having some really bad ankle instability. We'll get to that in a minute. But if I want to wear like a really flat shoe, I can wear that. Or, yes, Balder, would you like to say something, Mr. Squeak? Hello? Thank you for your input. That's very nice, sir. Yeah. Where was I? Oh, and if I want to wear my clogs, which have like a 3-inch base on them, but they're still pretty flat and very supportive, then I can bump this up a few notches and be on my merry way. Lately, I've needed quite a bit more support though, because I get really random dizzy spells that are very incapacitating, and a couple of nights ago, I proved my point to myself of why I needed this because I could barely turn around in time to sit down because it got really bad and it was very scary, and I'm going to talk to my doctor about that to see if I need any more diagnostic stuff done, or if that's just something to expect now because EDS shenanigans and probably autonomic nervous system dysfunction of some sort, because that was weird. Anyways, I have this fancy new rollator. It's basically a walker with wheels and a seat. And because I live in an old house and have 18-inch doorways in several of my doorways, because that made sense at the time, I can fold it up if I need to get around in different places where it's a little bit more narrow. And it meant that I didn't have to get a new kitchen table and move a bunch of my furniture around, because I can just slide in and out with this, and then if I need to pop a squat real fast, most of the time it stays out like this anyways, I can just turn around and I'm good to go. And you're also supposed to lock this, and they say that you're not supposed to use these things to roll around in while you're seated. There is a model of this that also functions as a transport chair, and they didn't structurally change the design. So I'm gonna say that when I do my vacuuming from now on, I'm probably doing it from a seated position and very safely moving myself across my house, even though there's a big old sticker right over here telling me not to do that. I'm gonna do it anyways. Now, for the next thing, which is also a health update, I found out that I really need to wear some wrist braces and strap a little plushie to my arms when I sleep, because I have cubital tunnel syndrome, and that's why my fingers have been going numb right here, and why I've lost some fine motor skill function, and why when I wake up in the morning my hands are basically clubs and it's really hard to use them. So far the treatment plan is going pretty well, and I have a checkup soon to see if we need to change what's going on with that. But normally I would stick these on, and I might demonstrate that here at the end by wearing all my gear, because why not? The alternative to using an ace bandage and a plushie is to wear these knee pads that are for volleyball, but wear them with the squidgy plushy side on the inside of your elbow so that you can't close it all the way when you're asleep and pinch your nerve. But these made me break out consistently, so I don't think this is gonna work for me, but we'll keep them around just in case my skin decides to cooperate in the future. And next we have these little arm sleeves. They're just a little compression sleeve. They help a teeny tiny bit with pain if I decide I don't want to take my anti-inflammatory stuff and just try to grin and bear it. Wouldn't necessarily recommend them, but if you want like a little hug for your arm, they're nice. I still wear them sometimes. And next we have one of my older purchases for my ankles. They're very nice. You just kind of lace it up like a boot or something, and you put your foot in it, lace yourself up. You cross it in front, under the heel, and up the side, and it velcros. Do that on both sides, and you've got a fairly stabilized ankle. They have come in handy many times, and I finally broke down and bought the braces as I started dislocating things more and more, because in high school when I played basketball, I just taped them, and I just did the typical athletic taping to make sure you don't get a strain or a sprain or whatever. I really wish I had bought these back then, because it would have cut down on a lot of waste, and buying tape and pre-wrap gets expensive when you're doing it for every game. When you have like 3 games a week or a game every week for, 4 or 5 years. Really wish I would have had these sooner. And these are kind of the braces that started it all. These are patella stabilizers. because when I walk, sometimes your knee is supposed to move out to allow the joint to move, but when you straighten it back up, it's supposed to move back into place, or vice versa. It's been a long time since I've looked at the biomechanics of exactly how a knee works. Anyways, my kneecap moves out of place. Sometimes it doesn't go back, and that's what these are for. If I were to try to do more than a 45-degree angle squat, or like if I'm vacuuming or cleaning a lot and I need to be in the floor and getting up and down out of the floor a lot, I will still put these on. The nice thing about them is that they let me get along in life when my kneecaps decide not to cooperate. The bad thing about wearing them constantly is that they make your muscles weak because you don't have to rely on your muscles to do their job. So instead, I have physical therapy exercises to strengthen my quads to kind of make up for the fact that my knees aren't built right. So that has helped tremendously, and I've made a video about that on this channel. I probably need to redo that because it was a really low quality video that I was trying to pump out really fast, and that may be something coming down the pipeline. Anyways, patella stabilizers. Play around with one that you actually, like. I've had a few different models. These ones I do quite enjoy because they are comfortable for me and the Velcro straps work well for me. It took me a while to find one that I was really happy with. And because they're so expensive, it took me a while before I could kind of shop around. So if you have the opportunity, go get fitted by a professional. All of my hardcore braces I have received from an orthopedic surgeon, different orthopedic surgeons, or physical rehabilitation centers. So not sure where you would need to go for that if you need to pick any of these things up, but do please go in for a fitting instead of just randomly picking something up online. And then I also have another one of these for this side. Oh, and one more thing that I almost forgot. Let me go get them. Compression socks. I find it hilarious that I named my channel The Bookish Sock before I was literally prescribed socks by my doctor. I mean, he didn't give me a script for them. He was just like, you need to go buy some compression socks to help you out with your blood pressure bottoming out, because when you stand up, you get faint sometimes, and these will help marginally with that. And they do. I haven't put them on yet today because I'm stubborn, and actually I'm having a way better day today than I did the other night. Sometimes I do absolutely have to wear them. Sometimes I can get away with going part of the day without wearing them, and then eventually I get tired and then my body freaks out and doesn't know what it's doing anymore, and then I need to put them on. And some days I have really good days where all I need is my folding cane and my backpack, and I may or may not need these. But it's always good to have a pair of compression socks on hand. So now for the transformation with all of my gear on at once, because why not? It's really hard to put all of these on at once. If my husband comes home right now, he's going to be like, what the heck? Are you okay? Why are you in everything? Because I never wear these all at one time. If I have to wear these all at one time, chances are I'm staying in bed most of the day. because body no work. Also, I forgot that you may want to put the wrist braces on before you put the arm braces on, but I haven't had to wear them together in a very long time, which is a good thing, but I'm about to go take all of this off again because I feel like a robot, and why being a robot is fun and all. I'm hot and sweaty and I don't like wearing it all at once, so there you have it. Hopefully you've found this video interesting, and if you've made it this far, let me know, what mobility aids do you use and how do you like them? Because sometimes these things are a pain in the butt to get on and take off, but they really help me do stuff, which is great. And that's all I have for you in this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!